In all those years that Hololive has been active, we've seen countless iconic VTuber debuts. However, there's one name that stands out, not for what she did on stream, but for what she never did. Omegaα NEVER had one of the most unique and innovative models the VTubing world had ever seen, and yet she never debuted. Who was Omegaα NEVER? Why was she introduced only to vanish? And most importantly, why didn't she ever properly debut? A little bit after the debut of Council in August of 2021, Fuzichoko, a popular Japanese artist, showcased a concept art for the model of a VTuber, also tagging underneath both Hololive English and a brand new name, Omegaα NEVER. Originally, Omegaα NEVER was presented in the first collab stream of Hololive Council. However, it wasn't until one of Kiara's streams where she had mentioned Omega and stated that she will be a sort of a very fancy A-chan. And with that said, the fans had already started making themselves an idea of what role she will be playing and what sort of interactions to expect. Something more than just a manager, but a bit less than the actual idol, like a middle point, a bridge between the staff and the talents while they are on stream. Except it wasn't like this. While A-chan appeared publicly on both official Hololive announcement streams and sometimes in other members' streams, she mainly focused on being the image of the Hololive staff and supporting the talents while they are on stream, and also communicating the main changes and things that are happening in Hololive. Omega, by contrast, had very limited public activity. She never streamed, did not appear publicly, and so she never truly debuted. Instead, she interacted mainly through tweets and occasional chat interactions. For some, it was underwhelming, but Omega wasn't just a passive staff rep, she had creative responsibilities too. Most notably, she was credited as producer for the animated MV of Iris's debut song, Caesura of Despair. Given the much smaller team on the English side, Omega most likely was in charge of different things, managing members, producing content, handling announcements, all on top of maintaining a mysterious character persona. And her character wasn't ordinary either. Omega often posted in a cryptic, godlike tone, calling herself the End, the Exiled of Worlds. Her birthday? December 32nd, a day that doesn't even exist. In September of 2022, not much more than a year since she had been first teased by Council, her tweets and interactions ceased completely, and her YouTube channel was delisted in mid-2023. No farewell, just gone. So why? Many believe Omega burned out, balancing the expectations of being a staff producer, a lore figure, and a public personality, all without ever actually streaming, might have been too much. But there's another theory. She was never meant to last. She was created with the whole idea of vanishing in mind. Her whole existence was to interconnect the lore of Hololive, and therefore it wasn't someone's doing, but rather a project of theirs, which would explain why there was no real debut nor voice behind her character. Personally, I really support that. It really makes sense when looked at Hololive as it has lore-driven branches, like the rivalry of Advent and Justice, or even HoloX being a secret society of elite individuals. Either way, whether she was meant to be like A-chan, or just a way of connecting the lore of Hololive, Omegaα NEVER will forever be one of the most mysterious members that never came to be.